Well, the thing I love about this authothon is I get to meet people at a whole different level than just the social level. I get to find out what is in their mind and their heart. And most importantly, when they send me a book as beautiful as this, I get to have them on the authothon to say thank you. So, Vika, if you'd please share who you are, why you wrote the book, and I know you've written many books, but only this book, this is the focus today, and share how it makes a difference in the world. Have fun.
Uh, First of all, thank you for having me. How cool is this whole author-thon is, you know? Why did I do the book and who I am? I'm an author of my life, and I have such a deep knowing and such a deep passion of restoring that capacity and memory for every person. I really believe that if you're listening today, is you are the author of your life, and you get to decide whether you live it thriving and surviving or prospering. I was born prospering emotionally, but not financially. I grew up in the former Soviet Union in what is today Ukraine. And every summer I would spend at my grandma's house, which had no indoor plumbing. And I had my water taken, drawn from the well. And yet I was thriving and prospering so much because what was poured into me was the most important subconscious program of abundance, which was we have more than enough. And so I think there are only two ways you can live your life, which is what I have is more than enough, and I'm so grateful, and I receive and create more continually, or what I have is never enough. And then it truly doesn't matter whether you have a million or a gazillion, you are lacking the true prosperity. And so I'm very grateful to my grandma for teaching me the important laws of prosperity. Yet here in the book, and I will read that as written, simply because the Spirit is moving through me to share it with you. This is a dedication. And the dedication is to my mom, Lydia Semenuk, who has shown me how to thrive spiritually decades prior to me doing so financially. One of the happiest moments of my life was to see my retired mom and dad walking, holding hands on the beautiful beach of my oceanfront home. With tears in my eyes and gratitude in my heart, I witnessed the miracle of prosperity through love. Mom, you have truly been the wind beneath my wings. I feel your prayers daily. They have sustained and carried me through my many trials and triumphs. To you, Mamachka. And so the beachfront property I'm describing came as a result of living honestly, with great integrity and even greater joy, the basic laws of prosperity. And so, what this book is your handbook to application of actual universal laws. Now, I have an amazing app full of affirmation. I do a lot of meditations also on the app. But here's the cool thing. If I'm going to tell this book, suspend and fly in the air, and I drop it, what's going to happen? Oopsie, it just fell down. Wait a minute, I'm going to affirm. You are the flying machine. You can fly. What happens? I let go, I drop. It falls. Why does it fall? Of course, it's obvious. It falls because the law of gravity pulls it down. You see, the laws act on us and they either work for us, through us, or against us based on our mastery of the laws. And since money is nothing more than energy, money works and operates with the same laws, with the same universal laws as all of the energy. So, what makes this book unique is its structure. You can pick any law that is aligned with you. You can start from beginning to end. Each chapter describes a different law, and that law is only 3 pages. Dr. Smiley and I had a good laugh about that. And then after the law, which you have is the actual practical steps, because knowledge is only as good as it is applied. Especially now, you can see there's so much information that leads to misinformation, and there's very little transformation. And so AI informs. It does not transform. This book does. And what it does is it informs you about a law. It helps you find whether it's currently working for you or you're being punished by it because it's working against you. And then it gives you 3 transformative practical steps to actually apply in your daily practice so you can start working with the law. and start thriving through it. And then the most magical part of each law is actually the activation. The activation is different from affirmation because it speaks directly to your deep subconscious mind, coded with a special energy. And so, as you are informed and transformed, you're also aligned with a deeper knowing. I'm going to just open the book to whatever law opens up for us. Go here. We're on the law of service. Huh, what an alignment. I would say that this is Dr. Smiley's favorite law. And let's go to the activation of the law of service. I would invite you to put your hand on your heart and repeat after me. I now understand, practice, and live the law of service. I know when, how, and who to serve. I do so daily and effortlessly. I'm amazed to see abundance sprout and blossom in my life. I'm serving. I'm prosperous. I got this. I am me. So I am me, little m, big E. Why? Because you and I are mortal matter that manifests materially. I like to say we do need to have food with our meals. We're also big E, which is eternal energy, the essence of expansion. And so we thrive. We surrender our mortal fear to the eternal perspective. When we understand how matter works through the laws of energy, where we learn how to materialize the manifestation by expanding the essence of eternal abundance. This is what book is about. Why has it been written? Because it's a calling. It's a calling and a passion of mine. Because I believe that you were born to thrive. Maybe not be a trillionaire or billionaire, but you were born to prosper and to thrive. And it is my greatest desire that this little book will become a great help on your journey doing so.
Thank you so much. I am already closer to the book, and not in proximity, but into art. So I'm very looking forward to this. And um, the law of consecration is a chapter that you mentioned of great importance. And I know that each chapter has a different degree of importance for the reader. So I will be reading that chapter first after the authorthon. So how can people celebrate and connect with you?
I think the greatest way to celebrate me and for me to celebrate you is for you to allow for me to gift you and for you to receive a way to start shifting out of your stagnant beliefs. So it will be by going to mygiftoffer.com. Discover what's there for you.
Me likey. Isn't it nice when someone comes to an event and they say it's a free gift and it's of so much value it could shift someone's life? So thank you so much for being on the authon. And I look forward to our next authon, which is going to be called, we've had two, and the third one coming up is called The Gift. So the first one was authorthon. The second one was called Back to School. And the third one is called The Gift because what better gift is there than a book?
Oh, I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome.